What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. This is going to be an interesting video because I think I kind of need to talk about this and kind of give my stance on this and my point of view on this. When will the Pokemon market crash? I don't think it will crash. I just want to do it quotation marks, but you know what I mean? Kind of come back to normal, whatever like that. Whatever you kind of want to put this as, whatever we're going to go over in this video. But before we start this video and really get into this is just my personal opinion. I'm just going to give you my stance on everything and the way that I'm looking at everything. You can think the way you want to think. At the end of the day, I don't think you can talk to anybody and they can tell you when it's going to happen, and that's when it's going to happen. In this kind of market win right now, it's just so crazy. You don't know when it's going to happen. It could happen for the next 5 to 10 years. This could still go on like this. It would be insane, but the market we are in right now is absolutely wild. Stuff is literally doubling in like a month or two. Like I bought some stuff at CollectCon like 2 months ago. It's already like doubled, sometimes tripled in price since I bought it. It makes no sense at all. This is not a healthy market we are in right now. So something has to crack eventually. It has to. There's no way this can keep going. Okay, but we're going to kind of go over what is my personal thoughts. When do I think this is going to happen? And what do I think is kind of really the stance that we're going to have to look at here. Okay, so first and foremost, we're going to start with these pages right here. So the one thing that I kind of want to think about is when are we really going to get down to MSRP, I guess, really. That is my kind of stance and what I'm going to be going over here in this video to an extent and everything like that. There's kind of different parts I want to go into, but we're just going to start off with here right here. So first thing with getting product, I think, is it's going to have to be available on these websites, Target, Walmart, wherever you want to go, in stores as well too, and not sell out literally instantly. Literally, you know how hard it is to get product. If you've been in the Pokemon hobby for the last like month, two, as long as this year has been going on, it's literally almost impossible to get product online. You have to be there that second. If you don't miss it, if you miss it that second, you're kind of cooked. You're not getting the product. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy the way we're in right now, just how fast it goes. We know there's bots and everything like that, but in my opinion, one of the first things that's going to kind of take us to go to MSRP or back down to normal is product has to be available on these websites. People, they'd have to not sell out within minutes, which is really difficult in my opinion, because I want to go through a couple of these posts and kind of things right here and kind of just show y'all numbers. I just want to show y'all some numbers that is crazy to me to look at, and it's just scary. And I would say this ain't even a, I would say maybe in a third, maybe in a fifth of what the actual numbers really are. I'm going to go look through, what I'm looking through right now is restock Twitter pages. A lot of people follow these. You probably do as well too. Trust me, these help me out a lot. You get the notification when something comes up, click the link, go and buy it. I've gotten plenty of product by this way. If you are not following this by now, do it. But I want to show y'all something right here. So this PokeDeals page right here, PokeDeals and News, this page literally 14 hours ago. Remember this, 14 hours ago, they sold, looking up, put some products up on Amazon. I guess they came up for a decent price, this, that, and the other. Guess what? Look how this numbers real quick. Look how many people has viewed this post. 64,000 people. 64,000 people try to go and get this product. It has been 14 hours. It could have been that time frame. Do you see what I'm saying here? This is just one page. I know people use other Discords. I know people use other tools and methods to get product and stuff like that. This is just one post. This isn't even like anything crazy, anything like that. This is just like literally just a post. 64,000 views. We can go to some of these other ones. Look at this. Surging Sparks combo. This was on July 30th. This was like 4 days ago. But 4 days ago, look how many people viewed this post. 117,000 people has viewed this. Do you know what that number means? You like really understand that? That means that many people is kind of like, I mean, this isn't really a drop, but I would say, imagine when the actual drop happens. You see what I'm saying? This is the product that people are looking for here because they know how good of a deal this stuff is. We can go down even farther for some of these products. Look at this. Literally a tech sticker collection up on Target. Just a regular Black Bolt or White Flare tech sticker collection. Look what it is. 114,000 people try to get this one product. This isn't even a crazy product as well too. You see what I'm saying here? This is just one page. We can go to multiple other ones too as well. Look, this is another TCG one. This is some like a smaller one, I would assume so, because look at the views. But look at this. Literally, for Cynthia's Garchomp at Dick's Sporting Goods, 34,000 people. Are some of the other people the same probably as the other one? Maybe, possibly. But like I said, this isn't just one. You see what I'm saying here? The numbers get kind of crazy. And just, it's really crazy. Like I said, we don't know when this is going to calm down. The prices of these products have to fall down in price for this to happen. This is another restock page, 19,000 on the Pokeball and Prismatic whenever that comes out. I don't really know exactly. Black Bolt White Flare, look, 23,000 on this one page. crazy to look at. And the other thing too I want to talk about is kind of just the hype going on right now, and I guess the sets that Pokemon is putting out are good in my opinion. They're really good. I would say the Mega Evolution set that we have coming out is not amazing. It's not like top tier set, but it's really good in my opinion. The SIRs are crazy. We just look at the Venusaur, amazing card. The Lucario, beautiful card as well too. The Absol, this is probably one of my favorite cards, honestly. Crazy. We got the Lieutenant Surge, is all right. We got the Lilies. We got the Lilies. A lot of people are wanting to go after this card. Nice card. We got the Mega Lucario gold card, crazy card. You see what I'm saying? The sets that Pokemon has put out in these sets, in my personal opinion, you can look at these a different way. I know a lot of people are like, oh, these sets suck, but I mean, it really depends how you look at it. In my opinion, I think they're really good artworks on these cards. We got the Gardevoir, absolutely beautiful card. Crazy style. We got the Latios, absolutely amazing card as well too. I want this card so bad. I want it so bad in my collection. Gonna get it in a PSA 10 in English eventually. But now we got the Kangaskhan, and we got, you see these SCRs, they're just so good. And we got the Mega Gardevoir as well too. You see what I'm saying? The sets that Pokemon has coming out are really nice. And I would say this as well too. Literally, let's look at the next couple of sets that we have coming out. Just look at it from a distance. You see what I'm saying? The next set we have coming out is going to be after the Mega Evolution set. It will be the Japanese kind of Charizard set, Inferno X, which will be featuring most likely Phantasmal Flames will be featuring a Mega Gengar. Mega Gengar and a Charizard X and Y in the same set. Do you understand how hyped that set is? Like I said, you might think another way, but that's crazy. A Gengar and a Charizard in a set. Two of, I think, probably the top 10, top 5 most popular Pokemon in Pokemon. And they're putting this in the same set. You see what I'm saying? And especially with the artwork like that we've been seeing so far. Imagine the Charizard and the Gengar cards. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of crazy. Then we got the Mega Greninja. If y'all know Greninja in general, it kind of changed the whole entire Scarlet and Violet era. Like, everybody was like, didn't like Scarlet and Violet until Twilight Masquerade came out with Greninja. So we'll see how the Mega Greninja goes. See if people kind of like that. We'll have to really see how that goes. Then we got the Mega Rayquaza EX set with Storm Emerald. That's going to be a crazy set. I'm so excited for that. So excited. And this is just the first 3 or 4 sets of this era. And I would say this, by the time these sets all come out, it's probably going to be like the end of the year. So we have at least minimum of like good sets coming out to the end of the year. We don't know what's coming after this and this, that, and the other. I don't know what Pokemon has to do. In my opinion, what's going to have to start happening for us to really get back down to it is, I guess, really, we're going to have to start getting bad sets where people are just like, what? I don't want to buy this stuff. Like, I don't really like these sets. Like, what is this Pokemon doing? Is Pokemon going to do that? Eventually, they will. Like I said, product will come down eventually. And now you see, this is what another thing I want to get into right here now too. It's kind of product in general. Like, just look at sets and stuff like that. We know how some sets are better than others. Of course, I want to start with Journey Together. For Journey Together, I think we're going to have to see Journey Together is going to be kind of, I guess, the first layer to go down to MSRP before we see other boxes. You see what I'm saying? Because in my personal opinion, I guess we can kind of maybe all go on this too. Don't get me wrong. Journey Together is a nice set. Got some beautiful cards in it. The Articuno, the Wailord, and Zoroark. Some really nice cards in this set. I'm only looking at like the 2 or 3 sets here. I am kind of cherry picking sets or like that. I mean, I guess you could say that. Just more recent sets, I would assume. So I'm looking at. That's kind of what I'm going off of. I didn't have Prismatic in here. Prismatic is a different beast. Don't even really want to go over that. I kind of want to go over to decent sets that have been here. Okay. So Journey Together ETBs. You would have to see these go down to MSRP before we see Surging Sparks ETB goes down. You see what I'm saying? Because don't get me wrong, in my personal opinion, you could agree with me if not, but I think we can probably all agree Journey Together is not better than Surging Sparks. You see what I'm saying here? But for Destined Rivals are going to get down there, that means Surging Sparks would have to get down there. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's going to follow a line here with the way these boxes are going. And the first pillar, I think, in my opinion, is Journey Together. But at the same time, Pokemon could probably not focus on Journey Together, and Journey Together could just be its own standalone thing. We already know Surging Sparks is getting massive reprints right now with their ETBs coming to Costco. It's the bundle deal with the ETB in the bundle. So I think these bundle ETBs are probably going to start coming down, as we already see with the ETBs literally just coming down. Literally, they went from $104 down to like $98. They've crashed down $6. Not crazy, but they are starting to come down in price because of reprints. So once more reprints start to happen, it really comes down to what the Pokemon company decides to do here. Are they going to print sets like crazy and put them to high volume? We will be kind of going into a video tomorrow, which is a good sign in my opinion of seeing some stores with some actual good stock. I mean, like, good stock on them. Kind of looking at that tomorrow. That'll be tomorrow's video. But it's just, there's different layers to this that I think kind of happens, and it's kind of the way that we are right now with Pokemon. I think it's a storm that is kind of was brewing for a very long time, and at one time it just all hit together. Like, kind of distribution system is all messed up. Like, let's say distribution, they send products to distribution. We know typically what we've heard from people that get stuff from distribution, which I believe them and it makes sense, is that the distributors charge them more money and everything like that, so they have to charge more money. So let's say $85 is market for this ETB, the distributors charge them like, I think like $70 or something like that. You see what I'm saying? Like, they charge them a percentage based off of MSRP instead of just giving them the product for lower than MSRP, which they typically do. Have to see what happens here. At the end of the day, what this really comes down to is the Pokemon company itself. It depends how much they want to print and what do they want to do here. In my personal opinion, I think we will eventually catch up to this, either that or the Pokemon company will just print. I think they will eventually. When is that going to happen? I have no clue. At the same time, I would say this: the way they're going with these sets and everything like that, like we were talking about earlier, the 3 or 4 sets is going to be crazy in my opinion. I don't know if they can print all of these sets at the same exact time. Do you see what I'm saying here? Like I said, you might not like me saying that, but some of these sets are going to get left in the dust. They're going to have to. Unless the Pokemon company, we do know the Pokemon company has been actually kind of like building facilities to print products and stuff like that. So eventually those will come into play here, maybe like next year, maybe eventually. So we have more print and stuff like that, depending how many facilities they do. Another thing that I would say here too, that is a good thing for this, I guess, the problem that we got going on right now is the Pokemon company sees all this going on right now. They're not stupid, you mean like that. They're a very, very smart company. And in my opinion, and what a lot of people have been saying as well too, is Pokemon wants a piece of this pie. They want to get some more of this money. You know what I mean like that? They're a business. At the end of the day, they're a business. They're here to make money, this, that, and the other. At the same time, do their card game last a very long time? At the price right now, I don't think it will last a very long time, in my opinion. Just because there's a lot of different things that is kind of keeping people out of this hobby. I could probably make a whole different video of that, really honestly go in more depth with that, which I probably will do, but it's just keeping a lot of people out of the hobby right now and kind of keeping, I guess, more people from just coming into the hobby. I've kind of touched on this in other videos. Like I said, I'm going to go to a whole other video about this, but at the same time, I kind of want to go over this as well too, just before we kind of end this video. If we look at the Mega Evolution set, we look at just the Mega Evolution set right now, the booster box is being pre-ordered. This is on TCG Player. We know TCG Player does not have that many people on here. Right now, they only have 22 listings on here, and that's just from only physical locations are able to list their products on TCG Player. We know that. Just want to state that. But if we go into eBay and actually look at some of the sales, if we go to the ETBs are already pre-ordering for $95. $95 is crazy, absolutely crazy. Then look, Mega Evolution's 2 ETB bundle versions of pre-sale. Look, $229 for 2 ETBs. What is going on here? And if we go to the booster boxes aren't even any better. Look at this. We've got some of these booster boxes. This is from the United States, $250. Do you see what I'm saying? The price on these sets are already kind of getting crazy. And these are, don't get me wrong, this set's nice. See how it really goes, see what really happens. Like I said, this is just my opinion. There's a couple of things that just have to really happen to kind of fall in line here for this to actually happen. The Pokemon companies have to print like crazy, which I think they eventually will do, because we've already kind of starting to see it with black and white products. Like I said, we'll go over that tomorrow, but product has to be available for MSRP eventually, like actually being able to stay on website without selling out instantly. We start to, that will be the first pillar that I think we'll start to really see stuff to really start to calm down in this market, is whenever stuff is actually able to stay on a store for more than 10-15 minutes. You see what I'm saying? So whenever we get there, I have no clue. Just kind of want to give my stance on this. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. We're just in a crazy time right now. Eventually this will happen. When will it happen? I have no clue. But kind of want to go over this, kind of talk about this a little bit. But hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel. See you on the next one. Peace.